Today we're going to install the TruXedo Pro X15 on this 2019 Ford Ranger. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you've got the drop-in bed liner in your Ranger, just go ahead and pull it out. It's easier to do it that way. Before you do that though, get a little tape measure, measure off about 4 inches from your bed cap and make a mark on the bed liner. Do that on both sides. All right, and in the back, you've got a T30 Torx bolt that's holding that in. We're gonna go ahead and pull that out. And right back here, we've got kind of a wide push pin fastener. We're gonna go ahead and wiggle that out. All right, and go ahead and repeat that on the opposite side as well. All right, now this actually comes out really easy. Just grab the bottom of the liner right in the center of the truck and lift straight up. When you do that, use your foot and draw the side of the walls out from underneath the bed caps. Once you get one side free, you just lift it up. The other side pulls right out. Next, we're going to go ahead and install our supplemental Ranger brackets underneath our bed caps. Now, this is the passenger side rear bracket. The driver side rear bracket is a mirror image of this one. So the leg that comes off of here needs to face towards the cab of the truck, and the 2 holes are going to face towards the inside of the bed cap. What we're going to do is slide that up in place, and this hole will line up to a hole from the factory in the bed. All right, so once that hole is lined up, we've got a push pin that's in our kit. We're going to put that through. And this push pin can be a little bit difficult to push through. So what I like to do is just take another one of our brackets. You can also take a flathead screwdriver, but use that to push that in all the way. Next, what we want to do is go ahead and raise up the bracket to make sure this hole lines up to the factory location. Also in our kit, we're going to have a small bolt with small washer that will go through the hole. Then on the other side, we'll slide on another small washer along with the small nut. Fasten that onto the bolt and then tighten everything down with 2 8mm wrenches. All right, next we're going to install our front bracket. But before we can do that, we're first going to install our block seal up in this location here. Now the block seal is 2 squares. You're just going to take one of those squares or rectangle off of the adhesive pad. And then place it all the way up to the bed cap and all the way over to the sidewall of the bed and press it into place. Now we can go ahead and install our supplemental bracket. Now this is going to be an exact mirror image of the driver's side, so make sure the leg that comes out faces towards the rear of the vehicle. So it's going to go up underneath the bed cap and back up. So we're going to slip that up in place and slide it over top of the threaded hole that's in the bed of the truck. Then we're going to take our larger bolt with washer, thread it into that hole, and tighten it down with a 13mm. Now before it's all the way tightened down, make sure that bracket is firmly up into the bed cap. All right, now we're going to repeat the exact same step for the front and rear bracket on the driver's side. Okay, now this is the reason why I had you guys measure over 4 inches on the bed liner. This hole is what we're going to be attaching to. I'm just going to double check that measure. It's actually 4 1/4 inches, but that's okay because we're going to be doing a 1-inch hole in our bed liner. On the opposite side, we're going to have an oblong hole, and both of them are going to be just fine. We're also going to measure down. It's about 3/4 inch down. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark 3/4 inch down on our bed liner and then drill a 1-inch hole on each side directly underneath where we had our original marks. Of course, if you don't have a drop-in bed liner, you can go ahead and skip this part. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and mark on here 3/4 inch down. And I'm kind of correcting a little bit, going about a 1/4 inch in, since it was 4 1/4 inches, not 4 inches. Mark that on both sides and go ahead and drill a 1-inch hole. All right, now go ahead and do that on the other side. Next, we're going to go ahead and reinstall the plastic bed liner the exact same way that it came out, just in reverse. All right, next we need to go ahead and assemble our bulkhead accessory rail. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our adhesive seal and we're going to run that right along the bottom edge on the inside of that rail. So we're going to have this part's going to be hanging over top of the seal. So pull a few inches away from the tape. And go ahead and stick it to the rail itself. Now I've already wiped down this rail with some rubbing alcohol to make sure I get good adhesion. Once you get to the other end, go ahead and cut that in place and finish sticking it to the rail. All right, now each side of the rail is going to have a small hole. So what you're going to do is flip that rail around, find where the hole is, and then push through and then mark that with a little utility blade. I like to just put an X mark in there. That way we've got an access into that hole. Do that on both sides. All right, also on the end of the rail, we're going to have some end caps. Take those end caps. It's a tight fit, but line it up and push it into the rail. Once the end cap is in place, use one of our small foam blocks to go on the end of that end cap. Do this on both sides. Next, on both sides, in the hole that we've drilled through the liner and also the hole that's already there in the bed, we're going to be installing these well nuts, and there's one on each side. The well nut is just a rubber nut that has some threads on one end. We're going to take that well nut and we're going to take one of our large washers and slip it over top of the well nut and insert the well nut into that hole. With both those well nuts in place, I want to go ahead and seat the rail. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the square end of this rail and set it on top of the bulkhead. Now our plastic bed liner typically likes to fight us on that because it's usually not staying really flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this rail flat up against the top of the bed liner. I'm going to slide it over and compress the block seal at the end of the rail. Once I get that compressed, I'm going to slide the other end of the rail over and then drop that down into place as well, right on top of the bulkhead. Now that I've got that in place, I'll see that the holes in the rail will line up to the well nuts and we can go ahead and attach that. All right, next we're going to take our long screw with a Phillips head on it and we're going to put it through our fender washer. I'm going to slide that into the well nut and then I like to put it in hand tight first. So as I'm screwing that in, I'm just putting slight pressure forward so that the well nut doesn't come back on me. I'm going to use a Phillips head screw gun and go nice and slow with it. One thing I want to mention about those well nuts, they're just there to hold this rail in place. It's not to make it super strong, so you don't have to worry about trying to pull on it to test the strength of it. It just holds it in place and that's it. Next, we're going to go ahead and install our bulkhead seal. So bulkhead seal in your kit is going to have this little leg that comes off the top of it. That goes actually towards the bed of the truck, not towards the cab. We're going to line that up on one end of the utility rail and go all the way to the other end. Just peel off some of the 3M tape. Now, I've already gone ahead and wiped this whole surface down with rubbing alcohol to get proper adhesion. And set that in place. Work all the way to the opposite side. All right, once you get to the opposite side, go ahead and cut that in place and finish sticking it to the accessory rail. All right, next what we need to do is install our rail to our bed cap. But before we can do that, if you notice that bed cap has a little bit of play in it between the plastic bed cap and the metal flange from the bed of the truck. So what we need to do is take our shim and fit it in between that plastic bed cap and the metal flange and let it hold in place like so. Now sometimes there's tolerance differences in these beds, and if that shim just kind of falls right back out, you do have an adhesive strip on the back side of the shim. You can peel that off and stick it in place on the inside of the bed cap if you need to hold it in place like that. All right, now when you follow the bed cap all the way up to the bulkhead, this portion right here is the part of the bracket that we installed earlier. Then we've also got a metal bed flange right back here. So there's a little bit of a space in between those two pieces. So what we need to do is take one of our shims and we're going to fit it in between those two pieces. Now these shims are much longer than they need to be right here because the shims are all on one length, and we don't need quite that much shim, but we're just going to go ahead and stick that up in place. All right, next with the tailgate closed, we're going to set the rail up against the bed cap and install it. The shelf of the rail will be facing to the inside of the bed of the truck. You've got a little adjustment knob up top. That's going to face towards the cab. The Velcro is going to be faced up and slightly angled out. The inside of that bed rail, you're going to have a 90-degree flange with a seal on that hangs on top of the bed cap. So the way we're going to install that is we're going to line it up to the bed cap. We're going to take and push the front seal all the way up against the bulkhead, and we're going to want to compress that front seal and then lower the tailgate seal up against the tailgate. Once that's in place with the flange sitting nice and tight on top of the bed cap, we're going to take a squeeze clamp and clamp it in place. The seal that touches the tailgate should rest just like so. All right, next we're going to go ahead and raise the clamp up into place on the rail exactly where we put that shim. And once that's in place, we're going to go ahead and tighten that down by hand first. And then once it's hand tight, we'll tighten it the rest of the way with a 1/2 inch wrench or ratchet. Now, as that's first starting to bite down, you want to also make sure the top of the rail is seated against the top of the bed cap. And make sure that the rail is level with the bulkhead. And then go ahead and finish tightening it down. All right, now at the very end, next to the tailgate, as far back as we can, we're going to place our next clamp. Now, one thing that we're going to see is the bracket that we installed. We're going to install the clamp right over top of that bracket. When we spread that apart to fit the clamp in place, we don't want to go all the way up on the bracket, on the rail. We actually want to go a couple clicks down from the very top of that rail. And then, again, with a 1/2 inch wrench or ratchet, tighten that down. And one more time, make sure that the top of the rail is seated to the top of the bed cap. All right, now we're going to go ahead and install the middle clamp. I can go ahead and disengage the squeeze clamp and go ahead and put that middle clamp right in where we have that shim installed. Again, hand tight first, and then tighten down with a 1/2 inch. Now the driver's side rail is going to install the exact same way. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and set the tarp in place. Now attached to the tarp you have the head rail. Now here's your rail clamp. What you're going to do is pull the strap free, let it hang down into the bed of the truck. Your rubber flap hanging off the edge is going to be facing the cab when you let it fall forward. Also, whenever that goes forward, you've got a locator pin right here that's going to come down and drop down into this oval hole. And this portion of the head rail, when it comes forward, is going to land in front of this screw. We're going to do that on both sides. We're just going to rotate that in place where that falls down into the hole, and this slides in front of the screw. All right, and you'll see the locator drop down through the hole. Once that's in place, what we're going to do is take this clamp and slide it underneath the rail. Do that on both sides. Now, if the head rail has a little bit of wiggle room here, what we're going to need to do is tighten down this set screw. What that does is that keeps that head rail nice and snug to where it can't move around. Then what we're going to do is pull the tarp itself off of our Velcro, the Velcro will slide back and forth. We're going to slide it all the way forward, do that on both sides. Then we can set it down in place, test the operation of the cover, roll it back to the tailgate. All right, now let's go ahead and roll it back to the tailgate. Once it gets to the tailgate end, go ahead and latch it in place, and then fix the Velcro on the sides. To operate the cover, you just pull the trigger latch, then you roll the cover all the way up to the cab. To close the cover, you first close the tailgate, then you close the cover on top of the tailgate. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.